because the Bushes, just everyone, Van, Myra, just everyone has contributed to where we are today. This past year, we have had the opportunity to facilitate so many things. We have done our candidate forums. We've partnered with the NID in trying to help to do our part with the referendums, getting out there. We've been a senior support. Please help me recognize Miss Sheila Bell, as well, the president of the Young Seniors that are in the room. Myra has done an amazing job with the anti-litter program. Whenever you see bulk, Myra and Jody, let me say this, both of them actually have worked amazingly, and Alma worked well together in helping with the anti-litter as well. If Jody goes out there and notices a property with bulk sitting in front of it, you're getting a picture, and you're getting an email, and you're getting the address. So I think that takes community working together to get that done. Bob Shanks with Adopt a Road, I'll tell you, cleanup we need more help with, but we're able to get some done this year. Spruce up Pine Hills benches, code enforcement, and calling in whenever we see something wrong. Shop Pine Hills card, we didn't get an opportunity to do a lot with it this year, but the Shop Pine Hills card simply wants and encourages you to shop and support your neighborhood businesses here in Pine Hills. So we're definitely going to push that for 2017, because we do need to make sure that we're doing that and keeping our businesses in our community and keeping our residents employed. We've also done Thanksgiving turkey giveaways, and this year we gave away over 34 turkeys to the Pine Hills Community Center. And I'll tell you, that fed a lot of families, and it's something that we do annually, so we're extremely excited about that. Please don't forget about our Thule Phillips scholarships, because this year we had 2 recipients of our Thule Phillips scholarships, and definitely proud of the recipients. One young lady had a 5.0 weighted GPA, which was extremely, extremely encouraging, so definitely we're excited about that. I'll tell you, Mr. Dennis Hall, one of our board members, received our Pillar of Pine Hills Awards for the work that he has done in Pine Hills in starting the Citizens on Patrol program almost 13 years ago, and helping to start, I think 6 other subdivisions have started Citizens on Patrol as well. Mara received an award this year as well for her anti-litter, so we want to give her a round of applause on that as well too. We're involved in governmental affairs. Whenever we see lighting, whenever Belco, for example, is a prime example of where Bertina has helped to have lighting put on Belco. If you know that you're in a neighborhood and it's poor lighting, what happens during poor lighting, everyone? Crime. Okay, so once you know that, then you'll know if you're notice that there's lighting missing, call us. We'll get with our commissioners that we have partnered with and have worked so well with us. So we want to thank everyone for that. For this year, for 2017, we're extremely excited that we want to continue with quite a few things. Number one, we've passed out an opinion or a survey that we're asking you to help us to come up with some of the things that you would like us to work on. But we can tell you what we have in mind. One of them is to definitely continue growing our membership. Our membership did go up over 35% this year, last year, so clap to that, definitely. That's encouraging. And we intend to increase it over 50% this year. So we're truly, truly excited about that. We want to encourage the use of the Shop Pine Hills card, which is something that we want to focus on. We want to work diligently with our law enforcement. And this is a very, very big part for us, to work with law enforcement, to work with the NID, to work with the county, our commissioners, to take back our community. And in taking back our community, we know all that's been going on. Every single meeting, every time our officers get an opportunity, if you see something, say something. We're really going to be pushing that very, very hard this year, because it can help to cut back on crime. So we definitely need your help in that. The Pine Hills Community Council this year wants to celebrate 40 years with a fundraising anniversary event, and we're looking at the month of March. We have not finalized the location because a couple of locations that we've tried, the dates are not available. So we're working and looking for a place. Now, one of the places that we had decided on was Evans High School. So I don't know if that's still on the table. Oh, I know. It will be a great staple in the community because we want to keep it here. Is that a great thing? Clap if you think it's a great thing.
Sure, clap for me. Someone clap for me.
Mr. Jarvis, you're in the room, so we're going to revisit that, sir. Awesome. Absolutely. So stay tuned within the next week or two to hear if that is finalized so that we can email the dates on you. So please be sure to sign in so that we can email that information out to you. We definitely want to work with our business owners in the community, and that involves working with the NID. The NID is our sister organization along with Safe Neighborhood Partnership, and we intend to make what we do in Pine Hills a unity and work together. Our theme this year, which I think it was similar last year, if not the same thing, but unity in diversity. I found this theme by Michael Novak in 1983, and it means the following. Unity in diversity is the highest possible attainment of a civilization, a testimony to the most noble possibilities of the human race. The attainment is made possible through passionate concern for choice in an atmosphere of social trust. So I think that's something we need to work towards. One of the two last points is our youth. We have to engage our young people. And our young people from Evans, can I ask you to stand? Because they are all so willing. They helped to set up today. Let's give them a round of applause for being here. Thank you all so much. We are working diligently to get them engaged, groom them for the next step, and groom them to help take over this Pine Hills Community Council because we need our young people involved. So some of them are already members. I want to thank Mr. Gordon Russell, who's here, who has sponsored some of our kids. And please feel free, if they're students, they're $5, so feel free to sponsor as many as you want because we need them engaged and involved. The beautification of Pine Hills is a continued must, as you know, and we want to your membership renewals, which start as of today, and you know that if you're a senior, if you're in high school, if you're a student, it's $5. If you are 6 to 2 years young or older, it's only $15. And if you're below that, then it's $20. And just think of all that we have to get done and all the things that I just told you about. So we definitely need your support in becoming members and being a part of the solution as we look to take back our community this year. We have exciting things planned. We have membership drives, we have partnerships coming up, we're involved in festivals, so stay tuned. I can't give it all to you tonight, but I'll tell you, stay tuned, stay engaged, be here every Tuesday, the first Tuesday of every month at 7 p.m., same place, same time, and we look forward to you helping us being a part of the solution. Thank you all so much. At this time, you will hear 3 or 4 reports, and I will call them up strategically. I'll first ask our Orange County Sheriff's Department to come up and just update us on what's going on in our neighborhood, what's going on in 2017. So please give them a round of applause as they come up and introduce themselves and tell us a little bit about what's going on. You guys can do better than that. Come on.
Welcome to 2017. I hope everybody had a great New Year's and we're all ready to start working. We haven't stopped working. We continue to work every day. And if you have seen the news or even read a paper or even gone online, you've seen that we've had some attention given to the Pine Hills area probably in the last 2 weeks. So if we go back 2 weeks ago, probably right around Friday, December 16th, Sheriff Jerry L. Demings and Chief John Mina conducted a press conference in the Pine Hills area right there at Pine Hills Road and Silver Star, where they announced a joint operation that was going to target the Pine Hills community. And this was as a result of a little bit of the influx that we had seen in some senseless killings, in just senseless crimes that had plagued the community for a couple of months, and enough was enough. And so we've partnered up, and we've been running a joint operation. Myself and Captain Sue Brown from the Orlando Police Department. And I'd like to just let you know that this issue, and it's not a law enforcement issue, it's a community issue. It's an everyone issue. And I've attended several meetings since the inception of this operation, and some of faces look very familiar. And some faces look new, but it gives me some hope to know that the community is truly engaged and they're truly involved, because otherwise you would not be here. So what I've heard from these different meetings is passion. It's wanting to get involved. It's wanting to get our youth involved. And I was at a meeting about 2 weeks ago, and this young man here sitting in the front, he was very passionate about getting the youth involved. And he came up to me afterwards in the meeting and invited me to this meeting. And I said, well, actually, I'd come to the meeting anyways, but thank you for the invite. But it was great because he took the initiative to come to me and to seek us out, because he knows that partnership is the key to success. And for that, I commend you and I praise you for taking the initiative to stand out and represent your youth, the youth of this community, and to take an active role in doing this. So with that, on the law enforcement side, we've been doing some proactive work, which we always do in the area. However, like I said again, we targeted some areas that we've known that have been impacted by crime. And right now, it's not about how many arrests we make, because that's only a component. And the reason why we're making these arrests is because we're taking those individuals that are committing crimes in our community, and we're putting them in jail where they need to be so they don't commit any more crimes. So far, between the City of Orlando and the Orange County Sheriff's Office, in the last 2 weeks, since the detail started, we made close to almost 100 arrests in the area, and they range from narcotics to possession of weapons. Every meeting that I've went to so far, everybody asks the same question. What can we do? What can we do to get involved? What can we do to take a part, an active role, and not sit back and wait for someone to tell us what to do? So different community partners, different community groups, different community entities have joined in wanting to get part of it. And that's the great thing about this, because like I said again, I said initially, this is not a law enforcement issue. It's an everybody issue. So everybody needs to take an active role. I know there's a couple of initiatives that are already going out with a couple of our outreach groups. I know there's some plannings with our youth groups and getting them involved. And the great thing is that we're just getting started. We're getting started, and that's great because we have the drive and the energy to continue. And that's what we have to make sure that we don't lose, is that drive and the energy and the desire to make this community great. It's a great community. We're going to make it even better. So I'd be remiss if I didn't introduce some people that make this happen. Although it almost sounded like I took the credit for doing everything. I don't do everything. I am the sector commander for the west side of Orange County, which is what's geographically for us called Sector 3, which is everything south of Silver Star Road, and it takes us all the way up to the Lake County line. I'm responsible for the 24-hour law enforcement services that we provide out here. I'm responsible for crime. The buck stops with me in this area. Sheriff Demings has pretty much put his trust in me that I can pretty much deliver those vision and his mission out here, and I think we're doing a really good job at carrying out that safety that the community needs. To my left is Deputy Yehuda Green. He is the Sector 3 Crime Prevention Deputy. He's in charge of pretty much anything that helps reduce crime, education, community awareness, getting the community involved, setting up neighborhood watches, which truly work, which is neighbors looking out after neighbors. Believe it or not, that is the best person you can have looking out for you is your neighbor. Why? Because they know you the best. Okay? We law enforcement, we don't know who lives in every house. Neighbors do. They know what cars belong there. They know who lives there. They know who's visiting. They know who's not supposed to be there. And being a good neighbor means picking up the phone and calling when they're seeing suspicious activity. And unfortunately, we've had this notion where people don't want to get involved. They don't want to be perceived as somebody who's tattletaling, who's saying stuff that could potentially get somebody else in trouble. Well, unfortunately, nowadays we have to do that. That is part of our civic responsibility, is to get involved and help reduce crime within that area. So, Deputy Yehuda Green, he's also involved in the community, and he's the one that actually helps get some of these community projects started. To my right-hand side is Corporal Chris Titley. Now, Corporal Chris Titley, I think he's been here for a while, and some of you have already seen him, but he belongs to a very unique squad. It's called the POP Squad, which stands for Problem-Oriented Policing. So what they do is they've been here in the Pine Hills community for several years now, and what they do is they give what we call order maintenance. They go into the communities, they see where our crimes are occurring, they see what issues are happening. They're the ones that pretty much target some of these complaints that we get to say, hey, we've seen some suspicious activity on this street, on this house. Hey, we believe there may be some gang activity. We may believe there may be some narcotics activity going on. Those projects, those concerns, we give to that squad, and that squad gets to know the people in the neighborhood. They get to know who these individuals are. They get to know who are the ones committing the crimes. So this unit is very important. It's very vital to our success, because we know that once we go in there, we have to maintain it. We have to continue to be there, because we know if we leave, what's going to happen? It's going to come right back. So we can't leave. We have to be here. We're part of the community. We are there. So that's all I have for you guys, and I know it kind of took a little bit longer than normal. And I know someone's looking at me like, okay, you're done. Your time is done. You exceeded the 5 minutes. But anyways, we are here. We're not going anywhere. We're here to stay. And I think I haven't mentioned, we named our operation that we're doing with OPD, with the Orlando Police Department, and the acronym is RISE. And it stands for Restoring Inclusiveness, Safety, and Empowerment. And we truly feel that that encompasses what we're trying to achieve in the Pine Hills community. And I believe that together we all will rise. So thank you for your time. I appreciate it. And let's continue to work hard.
Thank you all so much. Wasn't that amazing? Well, this meeting is designed to hear what the plans are, to get acquainted, to find out how you can reach everyone. So please take the opportunity, if you have questions, definitely to ask them offline, because we're going to run through this pretty quickly and just see what you can do to help Operation Rise. Okay? All right, next I'll ask Ms. Kia from the NID to bring us up to speed. And please understand, everyone that's called up this evening is one of our partners that help us to get the job done. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll be brief. Being the tall person is always challenging. Can you guys hear me? Yes. Okay, great. As mentioned, I'm just going to give you kind of some of the short-term things we're working on. Of course, we have a lot of projects going on in the NID right now. As mentioned, our referendum, as a special district, we have the opportunity to have a referendum that can be passed by vote by our business owners, where we can have a special assessment of up to $500 annually to fund additional projects in the corridor. So the ballots went out for that on December 5th and are due back January 24th. If approved, as I mentioned, these will help to match some funding for projects in the corridor. So we will hopefully have an update, a positive update for you guys in our next meeting with you. Something additionally that you guys will see visually in the coming weeks is the Start Something program, which many of you guys are familiar with, which started here in Pine Hills by a student at Evans High School, which is the art that you see on the traffic boxes. Previous to about 2.5 years ago, that was not allowed in Orange County, and we had a student that used to paint boxes in the city of Orlando that was a graduating senior at Evans High School that actually helped to have pass the ordinance so that we could have boxes painted in Orange County. And right now, Pine Hills has the majority of the boxes painted, and we have about 6 more that you will see along Silverstar Road, Pine Hills Road. Orla Vista also has some as well. So be on the lookout for that. And those are the boxes that you already see along Hawassi Road. And we have some more coming. So, and if you are interested in doing that, you can, as a neighborhood, as an individual, sponsor boxes. So, and the whole purpose of that program is, as you guys know, a lot of our traffic boxes are targeted for concert posters, anything you can think of, people are taping on our boxes. And as a part of crime prevention, we realize that blight lends itself to that. So if we can clean these boxes, and the ones that we've cleaned thus far haven't been tagged again. So we absolutely know it works. We completely buy into the process. So if you as a neighborhood have interest, Hawassi Oaks has sponsored one through their HOA. We've had other organizations also sponsor boxes. There's still opportunities to do that. If you're an artist and you want to lend your talent, we sometimes have organizations that want to sponsor but can't paint. They're not able to do that. So there's twofold to that. Additional programs that we'll be maintaining in 2017, we do have an off-duty maintenance contract worker that cleans along the Pine Hills NID corridors, and we will be continuing that. And we will also be expanding this program to start a actual business grant program where we will give them a nifty nabber, gloves, as well as some other tools. So we're asking this year that they actually contribute to taking care of their piece of the pie. Because as we have our maintenance worker, he only works up to 20 hours, and he only works about 2 to 3 days a week. So that's something that we're going to really be concentrating on, and we actually have an anti-litter campaign that we'll be rolling out the end of this month, where we'll be doing some PSAs. You'll actually maybe see us on the side of the road with signs. We'll be handing out car litter bags, because we understand that this is, we're going to put out some additional cans, but honestly, when we went to look for opportunities to put out more trash cans, there's not a lot, because Lynx has a ton of cans in Pine Hills. It's a behavioral problem. We have to change the behaviors of people that feel comfortable just throwing trash out their windows, walking past trash cans. We need to restore pride in the area. So we're going to work really hard. We have a brochure that's being created right now that says 8 simple steps to a clean and safe neighborhood. We'll be going into the elementary schools with a personalized coloring book that'll have Pine Hills on the front, have our logo, to get all the way from our little babies and going into the daycares as well, up to adults, to take buy-in into this and try to put some social pressure on each of us to take a part in our cleanup initiatives. We will also be working with Evans High School in the spring for Trojan Service Day. If you participate in Trojan Service Day, can you raise your hand? Great. So I got a captive audience that wants to know what children's service is. So about 3 years ago, we realized that we needed to partner with the students at Evans as well as the residents to get together and to go out, and we actually have a day where we serve together. So many times we're doing it individually as adults, and then the teens are doing it solely. So we partner with the community school, and for the last couple years, we've been able to talk at least 250 to 300 seniors to get up, come and join us. Not just seniors, high school students to join us at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we go out and we do service. It's always a cleanup component to it, but they also go to Second Harvest, Food Bank, they've been to Boys and Girls Club, they've done planning at elementary schools, and we typically do it in the spring. So if you're interested in coming out, it'd be lovely to have 200 residents as well, or business owners, or if you're just a volunteer, to partner in hand go out there with the students. So we'll be kicking that off again this spring. And I think that's about it. I mean, we have more, but I want you guys to come and attend our advisory council meeting. So I'm gonna do like Ms. Fatney and say, you know, I'm just gonna give you a little teaser. And we meet the first Tuesday, so this same night, but we meet in the mornings at the WellCare Welcome Center on Hawassi and West Colonial at 9 a.m. And I'll be here to the end if anyone wants any cards or have additional questions for me.
Thank you, Ms. Kia. That was quite detailed. I hope you all were taking notes. Absolutely amazing. I see Mr. Jeff getting ready to walk out the door. So you have 60 lovely seconds, and I know you can do it. And this is Mr. Jeff Rainey from Lynx. Everyone knows that we have a transfer station coming that he's going to tell us about. Give him a round of applause.
Lynx is in the process, we're in the purchasing process of buying the property at Belco and Silver Star just south of the Urban League. So our goal is to close by the end of the month. We've already got the federal approval for it, so we were wrapping up the survey and we're waiting on an environmental assessment to come back. So once that's done, we will close on the property. Our partners with Orange County have contributed dollars to this as well, to the tune of $250,000, so thank you, Orange County. But it'll be an 8-bay transfer center. At the end of this month, we're going to be awarding to one of our 3 engineering firms the design process. So we will have many a meeting back here with the community getting design input. So stay tuned for that, because we truly want this not to reflect just Lynx's ideas. We have some basic needs, but we want truly to reflect what the community wants for a transfer center. We've been to many meetings and heard what the community wants. So stay tuned. We'll be back. That's my 60 seconds.
That was great. Thank you, Jeff. I'll tell you, each and every person that's coming up here plays a vital role in our community and the partnership here, because as you know, in order for us to get companies to move back here or to stay here, we need to have transportation. They have to be able to get to and from a bus. So just want to let you know how important that is, definitely, to have a transfer station here. All right, I'd like to, just about 2 more, I'd like to call up Mr. Jarvis Wheeler, Evans High School. That was lukewarm. Let me give him another round of applause. Yeah. Let him look good in front of his students. They're here.
I'm ready.
Good evening, everyone. Like Kia said, you know, it's kind of challenging being a tall person in the room, you know. But first off, I wanted to thank Ms. Sandra Fatme and all of the Pine Hills Community Council board members for all the work that you guys do to continue to make this community a better place. And as I've been here over the years and continue to see this room swell, sponsors, the food is always good, and now seeing our students here, it's just great to be a part of this. As far as Evans High School is concerned, we most recently held our annual holiday giveaway on December 16th. We had over 300 students participating as we gave back over 500 food bags to the community. Where we partner with Pine Hills Neighborhood Improvement, with the anti-litter coming up the end of January. We want to spruce up, green up, pick up. Is that the phrase? All right, I got it. Mentoring is something that's big at Evans. We provide mentorship to our 9th grade students primarily. Our freshman success cohort, right now we have approximately 150 9th grade students who are matched with adult male mentors, adult female mentors. Some of those people are people in this room, some of those people are UCF students, Valencia students, and then Ms. Sandra Fatme and United Foundation of Central Florida, they serve as our mentoring program for our older students. Yeah, she does it all. She does it all. Definitely want to shout out Pine Hill Seniors. Thank you for your continued support of our food pantry and all that you guys do. Starting in January, well, it's January now, Orange Blossom Family Health is taking over our new Evans Health and Wellness Center. So if you look back by our football stadium and you see that thing that looks like 2 portables combined, that's actually our medical site. And yes, we are the only school in the state of Florida with a doctor and a dentist on our campus. We strategically placed it in that location because our health and wellness center is not just for our students, not just for our staff, but it's open to the community. So if you get sick right now, you can go to the Evans Health and Wellness Center, all right? Upcoming on January 18th, we have our Infinite Scholars event coming up. This is an event where we bring out colleges and universities from all over the nation students are able to receive scholarships on site. And the great thing about this event is Evans High School, every single year we've continued to raise the bar. Last year, our students received over $10 million in scholarships. So we're looking to eclipse that class of 2017.
We got it.
But the great thing about that event as well is it's open to the community. So if you know any students, they don't go to Evans High School, they go to Joke Ridge, Jones.
Got him.
Go ahead and you can invite them too. January 18th at 4 p.m.
Ooh, kill him.
At the Evans High School Gymnasium. Sorry. I know you went to Dr. Phillips. What else we have going on? Safety. Obviously, we know safety is a big concern. Going to some of our local meetings with safety, I've been very encouraged, not only by the support of our law enforcement, but also when they speak primarily about Evans High School. If you've been to those meetings, you know that a lot of those crimes, a lot of those situations that are taking place are by teenagers, and you would probably think it's Evans High School that's very involved. But one thing that the sheriff and the chief has always pointed out is usually these are individuals who are youth, but who are out of school, whether that's expelled, whether that's dropped out, whatever the case may be. So at Evans High School, we've been blessed to really be able to keep our students safe. And I definitely think that's to some grace and also to the support that we have in this room throughout. But we want to make sure that we're doing our part to make our community a safe place. So in mid-January, we'll be moving forward with a Minority Youth Violence Prevention Grant. That grant will pay upwards of $400,000 a year for a 3-year period. With that, we'll be able to put in more intelligence communication with our law enforcement department. We'll be able to create programs like Say Something, See Something. We're already in the midst of doing different relationship building activities with our law enforcement department. Deputy Green has been great, and we are just scheduled, we were speaking earlier today, we always talk about coffee with a cop, and that's great for the community, but our students are in school, so we're switching it up and we're doing pizza with a cop. And that'll be the end of January, where the law enforcement officers will be able to come in and just build relationships with our students on the high school level. The last thing that I want to say is, man, our students are just amazing, man. You would think with everything going on in Pine Hills that they would have a certain outlook, but they're proud of their community. They continue to excel in school. None of that affects us when we're caring about our business and our academics, and that continues to show by our graduation rate. The last 4 years, our graduation rate has raised every single year. That's great news. And I'm definitely proud to announce that our graduation rate for this previous year was 88%. So we're happy about that. When I say E-high, you say you know. E-high?
You know. Got him.
We were gonna do it.
All right, that was amazing news. Thank you so much, Mr. Jarvis Wheeler, Director of the Community School at Evans High School. Thank you so much. I would be remiss at this time if I didn't call up two of our outgoing board members. I don't want them to leave. First one is Miss Alex Lewis. Alex, could you come forward, please? Give Alex a round of applause, because Alex has worked tirelessly in the secretary position for this council. And Miss Alex, this reads, in appreciation to Alex Lewis for your years of service and contributions as a member of the Board of Directors, the Pine Hills Community Council hereby acknowledges your dedication and commitment to the civic life, vitality, and prosperity of the Greater Pine Hills community, presented by the Pine Hills Community Council, January 3rd, 2017. Let's give her a round of applause.
Late. My man wasn't even ready.
Good evening, everyone. Of course, I really appreciate this being given to me. It was with a heavy heart that I did offer my resignation, because I do know that in order for all of us to continue to have a forward movement and progression, we have to have all parts working. And unfortunately, a lot of you do know by now, majority of 2016 started in January of last year. I was hospitalized because I almost died. And so I continue to have lots of medical issues throughout the year, and I was unable to commit and continue to commit to my service here with the Pine Hills community. Now, when I was in the hospital, I still was doing a lot of work and making sure. So I'm still in the background. I still will be in the background and be able to give much. December's meeting, I was having 3 surgeries. So I don't know here or there whenever something's going to afflict me and I end up in the ER, and I won't be able to be present with the community council or be the secretary or even continue to help as much as I want to. Please know, if you guys don't see me, it's not because I don't want to be here. It's due to, usually the health issues. That's the majority of what it is for. So I still work with Sandra, Dennis, and Mr. Gordon and Miss Shirley, and also Myra, dealing with the students at Evans. Provided I'm not at a doctor's appointment. They know I will be there. The kids know I will be there. Very, very committed to education of the kids. Jarvis, you guys know that I'll be there. And anything else I can do to support anything in this community, I'm still doing that. Might be behind the scenes, you guys may not see me, but please know that I'm here. As a reminder, I have to let you guys know, because I do sit on the committee for Downtown Martin Luther King Parade. The extension for registration is now the 10th. Please go on Eventbrite. Any one of you have an organization. Evans, I know that you guys are doing something. Anybody else who wants to, United Foundation Central Florida is going to be there. Anybody else who wants and it's also part of diversity, and unity is always part of Martin Luther King's message for us to come together as a community. So again, thank you very much. And you guys have a wonderful evening.
That's Miss Alex Lewis, as gracious as ever. We will keep Alex in our prayers, but she won't be far. We truly miss her. I think I just saw Miss Gabby. I would like to take the opportunity to thank some other people that are here in the room. Mr. Gordon Russell, thank you for providing our refreshments this evening. So thank you for being here. I'd like to thank my United Foundation of Central Florida family and our FLU. Could you all stand so everybody could see you guys in the room for making the effort to be be here, Miss Shirley. That includes you, Mr. Roy, Gordon, Myra, Dennis. This is the backbone that keeps me going. Please stand our young ones. I'd like Nakari, Najani, Niala, Tennille. Yes, you're part of United Foundation. We asked you to stand as well. Thanks for your help this evening in making this evening possible. So thank you all for being here. I'd like to thank Ms. Ann McKenzie, who came all the way from Deltona to be here. She says, I'm coming all the way just for you, so thank you for being here this evening. Pastor Kidson, thank you, sir. All right, for being here. I have also Pastor Irvin, and if I don't see you in the back, please raise your hands because I don't see that far back there. Okay, Rudy from Fifth Third, I think you're here in the room. Thank you. Met you this morning, and you're here. Thank you so much for being here. I'll tell you, this takes a community to get done, and as you heard from everyone in this room this evening, there's a lot to be done in Pine Hills. Please do not stay in your homes and think that you can be a part of the solution. We need you out here. We need your help in helping to make this happen. Now, I cannot forget one of our board members that rushed all the way from work to be here, but got here a little bit late, and that's Mr. Ali Braswell, who's soared in today. Thank you for being here, and if you don't know Mr. Ali Braswell, you will, and I'm sure everyone in this room does, because he's been very, very active in this community, so I truly thank you. I also want to give a shout out, believe it or not, to our media. They have been following us around, or following me around for the last 3 weeks to report positive news, and I know they've already left, but that's a rare thing happening, so I definitely want to tell them thank you for doing that, because without them doing that, you wouldn't know the positive things that are going on, with the exception, of course, of our Pine Hills Press. Bertina and Noah, please stand. You guys have been the Pine Hills Press reporting all the positive news that's taken place in Pine Hills like no one else can. And I really, really thank you for being an amazing partner, for being involved in this community for over 30 years. Absolutely. Could not have done it without you. Definitely. Thanks for the positive coverage you push. I don't know if you don't know the Bushes, then you've not been in this community. So thank you so much for definitely being that positive reinforcement and keeping us hopeful. Yeah. Absolutely. Truly, truly appreciate that. I think we're coming to an end. We didn't want to make this too long this evening. Yes, did you have something that you wanted to say? Come on up, please. Representing Commissioner Sipling's office, District 6. Please give Rose Nancy a round of applause, please. She can come and bring us some news.
Good evening, everyone. Real quickly, I just wanted to share a few dates with you, if you can mark your calendars. January 18th, Commissioner Sipling is resuming her mobile office hours, her monthly mobile office hours, Wednesday, January 18th from noon to 4 p.m. at Holden Heights Community Center, and that address is 1201 20th Street. The second item here is January 19th. She does have this posted on her Facebook page, is the Florida Department of Transportation Jobs Information Open House. It's going to be held at Career Source Center from noon to 2 p.m. and that address is 609 North Powers Drive, Suite 340. So if you know anyone who's interested in looking for work, there will be various positions available, so they can come and meet and greet, meet with the representative from I-4 Ultimate to inquire about jobs. Lastly, some of you were in attendance last month at Robbinswood Middle School regarding the fighting that's been going on with the students. There will be the mentor-mentee meet and greet on January 25th at 3 p.m. at Robbinswood Middle School. So if you're interested in serving as a mentor, that would be the best time for you to come. You cannot hear me. Oh, okay. Robbinswood Middle School, mentor-mentee meet and greet, January 25th at 3 p.m. Okay, and January 24th, very important. We all care about the crimes in Pine Hill that's been happening. Orange County Board of County Commissioners are going to have a work session on January 24th. So we encourage the community to come out, take part in this chambers meeting, come voice your opinion, come listen to the presentations by Orange County, by the Sheriff's Office. Again, it's January 24th. It starts at 2 p.m. in the Orange County Administration Building in the chambers, first floor. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and I'll tell you, you've been a great partner, Rose Nancy with Commissioner Siplin's office, so thank you all so much. I'd also like to recognize, sitting very quietly back there, Mr. Cal Allison of JCC, a member of this Pine Hills Community Council that makes sure he comes out to support as well. At this time, we are doing announcements, and we'll ask Mr. Jabril Ali from One Community Orlando to come up and just tell us about an upcoming event that we are a part of.
You heard that too?
Yeah, it's...
If something explodes, I'm gonna be mad.
It's okay.
Okay, good evening. How's everyone doing? Great. My name is Jabril Ali. I'm the Executive Director of One Community, One Orlando. And one thing that I wanted to bring to you today is exciting news about our group bringing 25 young males to your community to go to work. So the first question I ask you is your community worth some investment of some youth? And then number question two, where do you want us to go? We're ready to go to work. And on January the 28th, we'll be in your community with 25 youth prepared to do that. And for the last 3 months, we've been doing this in various communities. We feel as though it's important to provide opportunity to our youth, and that's what we're committed to doing. The first month in October, we were in Lake Lauderdale. Helping out the seniors, disabled homeowners out there. We did about a dozen or so homes out there. Last month, we were in Ivy Lane partnering with Saving Our Daughters. We had 15 young girls from Jones and Evans High School, Ivy Lane, their whole gambit, and 15 youth participants from our group. Again, we believe in sweat equity. And with everything that's going on in this community, we believe in the philosophy of One Community, One Orlando. So we're bringing our energy, our commitment to this community, and we're ready to go to work on January the 28th. So you tell us where to go, and we'll be there for you. So if you want to find out or sign up, you want to go to onecommunityoneorlando.org. We're looking for young male participants, ages 14 to 18, and we're ready to go for them. So we're excited for that opportunity to work with this phenomenal group, and we're looking forward to partnering with other organizations moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you.
And the Pine Hills Community Council with our young people are willing to help and do our part. So thank you, Jabril, for definitely bringing that to the table and taking the initiative to get that done. Truly, truly appreciate that. I would be remiss as well if I did not thank Commissioner Siplin for those lights along Pine Hills Road. We had Christmas lights. Come on, guys, let's just give that a round of applause. That was exciting. Is there any more announcements? Yes. Oh, of course. How could I forget, Miss? Please give our young senior a round of applause. Our president, Miss Sheila Bell.
Thank you very much. Upcoming on Thursday, the 5th, seniors meet here at 10 a.m. every Thursday from 10 to 1. But this Thursday in particular, there's going to be a presentation on basic gardening, especially vegetable gardening, and it's going to be by Mr. Ed Cross from the University of Florida Extension. So if you're interested in gardening, please come along. In addition to that, we do have a community garden right here on the site, and there are about 2 vacant beds. So here again, if you want to join the community gardening group, you can see my husband Compton Bell, who is president of the garden. Yes, sir. Also, A concern for seniors is often, as you look at the statistics, seniors can fall very, frequently, and that can cause hospitalization and unusual financial burden. So there is a series that's going to be presenting here, starting Thursday, January the 19th. It's for 8 weeks, 2 hours each. And if you want to participate, in that class, you're welcome to join it. It starts from 10 to 12. And the whole idea about it is to help you to develop habits that can prevent falls. So you can see me later if you're interested in that. Thank you very much, Mr.
I'll tell you, you have to come here on a Thursday. Is it the third Thursday? Let's remember. Every Thursday. Oh dear God. Every single Thursday. I probably only come every third Thursday.
Okay.
But every Thursday you would be in awe if you saw the seniors, because you would think it was teenagers in the room. And this room is packed. So definitely come out and support our seniors. We also, yes. Pastor Kitson, you had an announcement? Yes, okay. Oh wow, you have your own chair?
I need to announce that, but I can't stop recording.
Good evening. I'm from the House of Prayer and Praise, and tomorrow evening we will be having a health seminar. Dr. Ben Lerner. He's a chiropractor, and what he does, he will show us how to tap into God's healing system in our bodies so that we can be well. From 7 to 8:30 at the House of Prayer and Praise, 6900 Silver Star Road. And you can call me 407-241-5666. Thank you.
I can't. Okay. I'd like to say a special thank you to Mr. Alex Shamrosky and the Pine Hills Community Center for the use of this facility, and to all of our members and community partners who are the backbone of our organization. So we get to use this center every single first Tuesday at every board of directors meeting. So thank you to the center definitely for that. Please look at the back of the bottom of your agendas. Our Pine Hills Community Council 2017 meeting dates are there.
So you definitely don't have any excuses why you should. I should miss our meetings. Excuse me, I've been trying to get over a cold for the last 10 days. Definitely, we're also collecting the surveys of what you'd like to see us work on. We go back to our board meetings and we take a look at the most requested cases, whether it's crime you want us to work on, cleanup, whatever it is. We definitely will take a look at it and definitely put things in motion for the month of February. We also have cake back there too, which I think we need to cut in celebration of the 2017 Board of Directors being sworn in, as well as thanking our partners, our volunteers, our members, definitely for working with us throughout the year. We look forward to your support this year. And please remember, please join and become a member. Please see Mr. Dennis Hall in the blue in the back. You can't miss him. Definitely give him your dues to definitely become a member and a part of making this solution work for our community. Please understand, it's just a few people in our community. We cannot afford for our community to look bad in terms of it's the masses that's making it look bad, because it's not. It's just a few that we need to see something, say something, and definitely make a change for the better for our community. Is there anything else that I've missed? Oh, how could I forget? Our next upcoming leader, Mr. Justin, wants to make an announcement. Absolutely. Mr. Justin Fortune, come forward, please.
Good evening, everybody. I just wanted to make a quick announcement that the founders of the Let Your Voice Be Heard Incorporated, it's sort of a community forum where we discuss solutions and activism in the community. Tomorrow, they will be conducting youth after-school outreach, and they'll be at Evans and Jones High School. If you would like to help, they're accepting donations of chips, drinks, snacks, etc. that they can give to kids on their that are walking back home. It's just like it's a lot. Like the person who started this is a friend of mine named Miles, and he started going out to Evans to talk to the kids that were walking on their way home, and he mentioned how some of the kids won't accept like cookies or snacks if you try to give them, but if you tell them you have an opportunity to like work or something, they'll listen to you. And so this is a very important, I feel like this is very important for the future of our community. If we show these kids that we care and we're out there and we're willing to reach out to them, it's gonna pay huge dividends. So if you would like to help or volunteer or come out tomorrow, we're gonna be doing it all week. You can reach out to Miles, Miles Moran Jr. on Facebook, or you can reach out to actually, is Gabriel still here? His wife, Stacy Mashal Ali, who's gonna be at Jones. You can reach out to her. They're both really easy to find. But just thank you for your time and have a good night.
Thank you so much. Ms. Martina, yes.
I'd like to January, this is the time of the year that we renew our membership fees. So treasurer, where is our treasurer? Dennis?
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Dennis?
Yeah. Yeah, he's coming right back in.
Okay. Listen, we have the membership forms there, so please don't
hesitate.
Don't hesitate. Rush to that table over there.
Run.
And don't forget to hand it to Dennis.
Remember.
Yes.
Doesn't take debit. Debit card.
Debit cards.
We don't have it.
We're getting there. Pastor Kitson, we're getting there.
We're working on that. That's 2017. We're working on that.
We're working on that. Yes, absolutely. And I think there's our president of FLU, Future Leaders United, wants to come up and say something. Can I ask you, Mr. Julian O'Neill, to come forward? Sure. Thank you. Give Mr. O'Neill a round of applause.
Hi. Hey everybody, I'm Julian O'Neill. I just wanted to come up and say thank you for coming. That is greatly appreciated. To see that people in our community are willing to try to do something to make a change. One thing that I've been speaking on the entire time since I came in was the youth. That's my focus, so people my age and people younger is where you need to go ahead and start. Because if you're planning to, reach out to adults, sometimes that kind of doesn't work. You want to get to the children, and that is how you get to their parents. And one thing that I like is mentoring programs. Yes, sir. After school programs that keep us busy, keep us out of the streets, make sure we're focused, and just bring us into different environments that we don't normally get to be in every day. And I can guarantee you, since I've been at Evans High School, I've been in an after-school program for the past 4 years now. I'm a senior, class 2017. And the past 4 years that I've been in that, I can guarantee you they've kept me out of a lot of trouble, bringing me to trips with Commissioner Siplin and other things of that nature. Miss Sandra Fatme here holds many hats, one of the United Foundation of Central Florida. If you have not heard of that, please go to the Facebook page, United Foundation of Central Florida, or the website to find more out about it. It's a nonprofit organization that focuses on after-school mentoring and after-school programs, of which you heard her say I'm the president of. And it's a nonprofit organization. If you really, really want to say you want this change, you have to show that you care enough for us. Because if you're showing that you want us to do something with ourselves, that'll push us to do something with ourselves as well. It's a community effort. It needs to be all of us, not just the OPD or the Orange County Sheriff's Department under Sandra and her board members. It It has to be the entire community. And you can't do this without any kind of funds or anything like that. You need funds to be able to take myself and my classmates over here to college tours or to anything else that we do. So if you want to get involved with that as a mentor, or you want to donate to us, the outlet for that, you can go to the United Foundation of Central Florida Facebook page or website, and they're both being updated as much as possible so that you can see the things that we do. Thank you.
Okay, I couldn't have paid him enough for that. Thank you so much, Julie. You did an amazing job. That's the president of Future Leaders United. I'll tell you, he's doing an amazing job, as you can see, and updating, putting information out, group me, everything. Let's give Julian a better round of applause on that, please. Thank you so much. One more person, Ms. Daisy Morales, did you want to say something? And then I think we're coming to an end. Thank you. Ms. Daisy Morales, if you weren't in the room, District Supervisor, Florida Orange Soil and Water Conservation Board. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Sandra. My name is Daisy Morales. As you can see, I put something over there so you can recognize me. But I want to tell you a little bit about Sandra. I know Sandra through her sister, right? Her sister. And you know why? Her sister took care of my mom. And that is something that I treasure. That's why I'm here. My mom had Alzheimer's and she passed away 5 months ago. So I came here because I heard of the concern what's happening in Pine Hills, and that hit me. And I want to do something in the community. I'm the elected official with Soil and Water Conservation. I just got involved with the 4-H program, which helps youth get involved with agriculture and science. And I want to do something even more. I'm going to connect. There's a big grant going on with the New York Insurance Company, and they put out a grant for $1 million to help youth learn about agriculture and science. So I'm going to work with that. I'm working hard to get that, to bring it here, to get some youth and learn about where your food comes from. Because that's very important. If they learn how to learn where the food comes from, I think we're going to alleviate most of the problems in health, education, because you get smarter. Remember, 4-H stands for head, heart, hand, and service. Those are the 4 things for 4-H. And that is a partnership with Soil and Water Conservation and University of Florida and Orange County. So we're working together in partnership. So I want to do something. So
great. Thank you. Better than that. Come on. Wow, I had no idea. Thank you so much.
I can't
I'll tell you, we got here after 5. She was already here sitting in the parking lot. Thank you so much for that. I tell you, it just always pays to be kind and always remember how important that is. Really, thank you so much. Mr. Braswell, if you didn't want to say something, I think we're closing off. Are you okay? Okay, thank you so much. Well, I want to thank each and every one for coming out this evening. We're going to go ahead and cut the cake. And that's finish up the rest of the evening party, and we look forward to seeing you on February 7th. But you will hear from us via email with what's upcoming and what's going on. Thank you all so much for coming out and being here. For the men in the room, please don't leave. I definitely need your help to take the cover, put the chairs back. Yes, Bertina. Oh, don't forget the guy in the blue shirt, Mr. Dennis Hall, and to visit any booths that you see back there and see how you can be a part of the solution. And please help me take the covers off the chairs, and we'll put the chairs. No